Alright, so this is a strat video slash tutorial video for how to do bottom of the well without inverted camera. So this isn't the best strat on the planet. Like, it's got a couple convoluted visual cues, which is why I'm also going to explain that afterwards. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a pretty detailed description at the bottom of the video, and I'm going to show it off first. So if you're familiar with OT, you can probably figure it out from the description, but I'm also gonna narrate it afterwards. I also figured this be an interesting strat for newer players. So I don't know. I'd figure I'd narrate it. So I'm just gonna show it off first, and I'll talk about it. Yeah. Also, I highly recommend you get stick ISG for the strat, which makes everything a lot easier. Just FYI. There you go. That's what it looks like. So, there's a couple things about this trick that's a little hard to get a hang of, or a little hard to see if a person doesn't point it out to you. So, I'm gonna try my best to make this very clear. So, here everything's like normal. If you already know how to do this, just get into the hole, hold between down and down right, roll off, target, get the skull out of the way, and then get stick ISG. If you don't know how to get the stick ISG, you're literally just getting close to the pot, like with a straight angle, tapping left and crouch stabbing it, and letting go shield. That's all you do. So you come here, target a swall, do 5 side hops. I mean, it doesn't matter how many side hops you do, as long as you stick to this left side of this wall, okay? And you start backwalking, and you're gonna see the texture, the little hole where the like is, you're gonna see that pop up. And I don't necessarily backflip right when it pops up. It's like, I see it, I see that it's there, and I go like, oh, it's there, and then I see it starts, taking up more space in the frame, and the lines start showing up. And that's when I backflip. And it just gives me a better time for a consistent backflip, or a consistent position. So that's the way I ended up doing it. And it works pretty well. Like, you get the rhythm of it soon if you practice it. Like I said, it's not like a knee-jerk reaction to it showing up. It's more of a, oh, it's there, backflip. Like, oh, it's there, backflip. That makes sense? It's not that fast. And then I do the normal movement for the setup, which is you do a backflip, and then a dry roll, retarget, and tap left. And then the skull is going to start showing up around here. You have quite a bit of leniency for this movement. Like, you can be a little slow with it, but it's good if you practice it. But anyways, the skull is going to show up. And here's the second, a little convoluted part about this trick. The visual cue I'm using to start rolling down is when the skull stops to pivot. So you'll notice that, like, he's gonna be coming from the left, right, and he's moving, and he's gonna like literally stop in place, pivot, and then start moving towards you. So it's like, when he stops, when he does the stop and he starts to pivot, that's when you tap down and roll. Does that make sense? So it's like a little after that, actually. Like, let me do it again so I can show it to you. Well, I gotta get stick out of the inventory. But anyways, after that, we're just gonna get to the wall and do 4 rolls and get close to the wall, and then I'll talk about what happens next. Oh, it's there, backflip, there you go, like that. And you should have a lot of time. So he's gonna come, bam, right there. You see how he literally stopped? You do 4 rolls and you come up to the swall, okay? So, what you're gonna wanna do is, let me get the skull out of the way. You're rolling up, right? And you're just rolling up straight. You're not like going to any side or anything. You're just literally rolling straight. You do 4 rolls, and you're gonna get to this spot right here, and it's gonna be like after this line, but also not into the wall. Like, you can't walk into the wall and do it, because it's gonna mess up your timing, but also gonna mess up, like, you see how Link like slightly moves left. You don't really want that to happen. So somewhere around here, you're gonna do the left side hop. And literally the only reason why I do this left side hop is so that you can do a dry roll into it. So you do side hop left, side hop right in a row, and dry roll. So you see when he dry rolls, he rolls like uprightish. He wants him to get right into that corner. Does that make sense? So that's why you do the dry roll there. And then you do both of these things, and when he dry rolls, as soon as I dry roll, I immediately start holding shield. And here I'm looking for Link's feet. So if you know the strat for the first hover and the spirit hover, for example, you know, like when you hold target and shield at the same time, Link's feet are like shuffling. You know, like they have this cycle where they shuffle. You're looking for that cycle, and you're looking for the fourth cycle. So let me show you how that looks. 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. You're looking for that fourth cycle. But I'm not really reacting to the fourth cycle. Because it's a rhythm thing, I'm expecting the fourth cycle to appear. And right in that moment when it's about to appear, I backflip. That's the timing that I have. So it's literally like... Hold on, let the skull get out of the way. Okay, so it's literally like dry roll, hold shield, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. You backflip right on the fourth one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, no, was that 4? I don't know anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. That's it. That's the timing you want to have. So let me show. Yeah, I'm gonna show the whole trick again so you can get a notion. Like after I talked about it. I guess it'll give you a better notion of what I'm talking about. Sorry, this ended up being really long. I don't know how to explain things properly. Alright. Get the stick. Target, 5 side hops. Oh, it's there, backflip. Wait for the skull. He stopped. Let's go. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam. That's your hover right there. And for this ocarina dive, instead of doing left to up left, if you usually do the inverted camera, like inverted cam strat, if you're mashing, you go from left to up left, but here, you're actually going left to down left. I actually think straight left makes him dive, like he dives really fast, but basically what I'm doing is I'm holding left, tapping ocarina and switching to down left, and that always makes him dive like that for me. So it's the same timing for mashing ocarina, it's just that the directions change. And yeah, that's it. So